Hello. So we've just finished recording the latest episode of ModCons, and we spoke a lot about Switch 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clip that part of the show, and I'm going to put it in a separate video here for you guys, for people that haven't seen the show or want to just know more about Nintendo Switch and what us average people want to talk about it. So without further ado, when I've finished, we'll go straight on to that. But if you like what you see in here, this is ModCons. We're here every month. So come and join us, get in the chat, get involved. We're getting bigger and bigger. People are always coming and joining us. So it'd be good to have you with us. So I will see you after this. Peace.
Good evening, Adam. Hope you're keeping good. Let's have a chat about the Switch 2 news. So, Ollie, throw some of the new Switch 2 news at us.
Okay, so first one I've got is there has been a suspected leak of the price, which if it is this, everyone would be loving it. So there was it was a Canadian website. They put it on there for $499 Canadian dollars, which works out $350 US dollars, which probably works out about 330 UK pounds. So if that is the case, which I don't think it will be, but as long as it's under 400, like I think that's going to be a killer. I think that would help it sell. So yeah, I don't know what everyone's thoughts on a price point is.
Go on, Plum. Tim.
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah, I was going to say, yeah, that's a great, like I say, and if it's under 400 quid for this current gen of consoles, I think that's a good price. Like, it just falls into that next bracket of like, oh yeah, I might get one of those. Do you know what I mean? Rather than thinking, oh, I'm going to have to really think hard about getting that. If it's over 500 quid, it's like, oh yeah, that's less impulsive now. Keep it under 400, yeah, I think they'd be laughing if they can get away with that.
Like he's put here with the PS5 Pro. Obviously, they had to drop that straight away because they weren't selling enough of it. But
that's an obscene price.
If you can get this for under £400, because bearing in mind, obviously, there's a whole tax system stuff that us Brits don't understand over there. Like you see something, you go up, you pay more. Don't really understand what's going on with that.
Yeah, they don't put the taxes on the price, do they? You have to work out tax yourself.
Then you got to add tax on it, or is it 400 Canadian dollars? Then you've got to add your tax on, which would bump the price up to what we're thinking in our heads. But yeah.
I think a fair price, considering everything it's going to do. If it was something like 420, I still think that's going to be a good deal. But if Nintendo can somehow swallow 30 quid of that and make it 399, that just looks great and it sounds great. 350, like, take my money now. I will part one of my children or something just to sort of get a down payment on it. But 350 just sounds like a great deal for what the Switch 2 is, rumored to be able to do. I'm all in on that as a price point.
But normally for me, if it sounds too good to be true, it normally is. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like for me, 350 is a great price. I just feel nowadays, it's like everything's got added tax on it. So it would be amazing. Like you said, 350. Oh, well, I'm getting it anyway, so whatever it is. But if it was 350, I'd be more happy than I would be if I'm paying 400.
Yeah, I agree. For Max going 400 to 450. I think that's probably where it's going to be. I just think that 399, that just sounds great. Hopefully they'll announce the price at the Nintendo Direct that they're going to be doing for the Switch 2 in April. That would be the ideal time to tell people the launch date and the price. It doesn't give people much time to save up for it though, but
no.
We shall see.
What about launch title games?
Yeah, so I'll say the next one, launch title games.
New Mario Kart.
100%.
Yeah, we've seen footage of that, haven't we, as well? So
is that going to be 24-player online battle royale drop out after each track, like F-Zero?
That'd be very nice. I think that'd be cool. I mean, there was that. What was it that was seen in that video? There was a thing showing 25 spaces.
Yeah, so 25 spaces on the track.
I think so.
And it was I think someone tried looking at all the people that were on there, and it was already ones that are already out, if you know what I mean. Yeah,
I
don't know if it-
reckon all the rumored stuff about Microsoft diversifying and allowing their bits and bobs onto various systems. I think Nintendo will announce one of the launch titles is going to be the Master Chief Collection.
Yeah, I think I've seen
yeah.
that. I
That's
think that'd
my
be
prediction.
again. There's quite a few games I've seen. I don't know if it's like leaks or rumors. I think it's speculation. But there's quite a few games that are already out, which they're bringing to Switch. The Master Chief Collection was on there with a bunch of other Microsoft titles, and it's like that's cool if you don't have those systems and it's your first chance to play those games. Great, but I'm not excited about Master Chief Collection because I've had it a long while. I'm going to be more interested in, like, again, it's that thing where, okay, it's great if the Switch can play these games, but will it play? If I've already got it on the PS5, I'm not fussed about getting it on the Switch 2. I'm kind of still going to be more interested in the, Nintendo titles. Like, will we get a 3D Mario? Will we get a new Super Smash Brothers? Will we get a new Zelda? It's like it's the same they do every generation. It's like, do something new, do something exciting, but at the same time, those are the games I want to get. Like if they bring out a new 3D Mario game, I'm like, yeah, I'm down. That looks good.
They absolutely will. But
I think, like they always do. They've done it with the GameCube and the Wii. They've done it with the Switch and the Wii U and the Switch. I think you're gonna get. Oh wow! Sorry, I've just seen this,
dude.
Whoa!
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Okay,
that is incredibly generous, dude. Thank you so much. Wow. As you can tell, this doesn't happen very often. So thank you so much.
Basically, a Game of Memory. All our money that we make goes on the channel, and it goes on giveaways. So that's brilliant. Thank you so much for that.
I don't think we've ever received so much money.
Yeah, wow. That's put me off what I was saying. Yeah, so I think that as much as it's not a massive seller, like me and you, I know how good this game is, Metroid Prime 4.
Yeah,
I think
100%.
It's going to be on both, but I think it's like, because when they showed it off, people were analysing that stuff and saying, that looks too good to be on a Nintendo Switch. Do you know what I mean? The kind of stuff they were looking at, they reckon it wasn't. And like you said, they always always do this. So it's like, yeah, it's just, I would love a Mario, because we haven't had a Mario day one since Mario 64. Because you mean Sunshine came late? Do you know what I mean? A day one, because Mario Galaxy's that's been out a long time. Do you know what I mean? We haven't had a full 3D Mario in a long time.
We had Mario Odyssey though, didn't we? How long ago was Mario Odyssey?
That's what I meant. Mario Odyssey.
Yeah.
And
then we also got that Mario 3D Worlds.
Yeah, but
that's
not
a
one
remake.
that's like a remake of the one of the Wii U. So that's what I'm saying. It's not like a main title Mario game day one. They want to sell it. Will it tie in with the new Mario movie? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
do you know what I'd really like to see? I'd like to see a 3D Mario game that hasn't got a gimmick. Like I did enjoy Mario Odyssey, but I want to get a Mario game where there's not like the throwing the hat feature or like Mario Sunshine with a water pack or something. I just want Mario doing flips and stuff. Like, just give me a straightforward Mario game. Something like Galaxy. I thought Galaxy was a really good 3D Mario game. It's really good. It'd just be nice to have like some callbacks. Like imagine like a modern Mario game where you get to like redo levels from previous Mario games. Like go to the castle from Mario 64 and then find yourself on one of the planets from Mario Galaxy and then get some original stuff. Like a Mario remix. Mario 3D remix, something like that.
Intriguing. Do you know there is one franchise that I would love to return? Absolutely have a
let me guess. Let us guess.
Steaming fit over it returning. Go on.
Right, I won't say one first. Try and go first. Guess.
I don't know. You seem like you've got something in mind.
Possibly. I would like a new Star Fox.
I was hoping Star Fox.
Yeah, it's not the one I was thinking of.
That was.
Close, but not the one.
Trying to think. A Nintendo franchise.
Wave Race?
F-Zero?
F-Zero.
F-Zero.
I think after they've dropped F-Zero 99, it's, do you know what I mean? But when they release a Mario Kart, I don't think they would. But it'd be amazing to get one.
A new F-Zero game in the first couple of years for me would be great, because the F-Zero GT, was it, on GameCube?
Yeah, on GameCube, yeah.
It's great. I mean, it's Sega Sega made it, and it's great.
It's more arcadey as well, isn't it?
Yeah, but for
Pilot
me,
Wings.
that would be
Oh,
great.
wow.
The last one
Ooh.
that I loved was F-Zero X. That game
Yeah.
was phenomenal, and it still looks great. I know it's blocky and it's of its time, but wow, that game still looks beautiful.
What would be your thoughts on this? Just saw the comment from Cute Tiger Gem. Mario 3D Maker. So a Mario Maker 3D. I do like me some Mario Maker. I've only got the Wii U version. I never got the Switch one.
Yeah,
But imagine
mate.
a Switch
Great.
2
Switch one was good.
Mario Maker where you can make
Thing is,
3D Mario levels.
I was crap at making the game, so all I did is waited for all the Japanese and all that to make it, and then just play their games. And some of them, you don't even do anything. You literally just stand there and it
Just
starts
run.
off,
Yeah,
and
does
it gets you all the way
You
to
guys
the
thought
end.
it was
You're
quite
like,
funny. I played with
they're
those
the best
when,
ones.
I think I was around my sisters. I was showing my niece. I was like, "Oh, look how good Mario!" I did one of the levels, which is just run. So you just hold down run at the start, and then literally it's the perfect
You're
thing
like-
where you dodge all these spikes and go
Yeah.
underneath all the fire and everything. But if you just have to run, but I didn't mention the fact that it's a run only level. It's like, let's see if I could do this. I just ran, and she thought I did reveal at the end. Like, it's like a trick level. You just run.
She thought you were doing all
She
that.
thought I was actually doing it. I was
Yeah.
like, this is really hard.
You should have thought, I'm a pro
Oh,
gamer.
Those levels were quite fun, though. Obviously, they took a long time for people to make. I made quite a few levels on actually. I got quite into it for a while.
Do you know what I would like to see? And we're not going to see it. I
Pac-Man
know we're not going to see it, but I would love to see another 3D Donkey Kong, like Donkey Kong 64, but modern.
mate.
I'd love a new 3D Donkey Kong.
I'd love I'd love a Star Fox, but kind of like that flips between like Adventures and
Mhm.
Lilac Wars kind of one. Do you know what I mean?
Mhm.
So like when you drop onto a planet, you go into like that adventure 3D like rendition, go in, do that, and then when you fly off to another one, you then going into like your ship, but it goes to like kind of like a level, like you're trying to fly to that level and then being attacked or chased, and then you obviously.
What was the one on the GameCube that did that? There was like a Star Fox Adventure.
Yeah, that was Star Fox Adventures. But but like then the ones they released on Wii U were just too weird because you're having to look down at your screen, look up at the screen, look down on your screen, and it like you can't look at two screens at once. So it's like it just didn't work.
It was okay. The one on the Wii U, I didn't hate it. It was just a bit clunky.
Mind it. Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever happened to Rare?
Microsoft bought them, didn't they?
They did, and then everyone was hoping that there was going to be this big revival, and what we got was Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. It was not quite what we wanted. And there we go.
So disappointed in that. Oh, and I've got one more of Switch 2 news.
Go on.
So also, everyone keeps going on about this. There's a Joy-Con pattern that shows the controller that could be used as a mouse. So also with mouse support.
I've got my Switch in front of me, and I know we did this before we went live, and I think your idea is probably the one, and I think it's a better understanding. But originally, what I'd thought was the new Joy-Con it's going to look something like that, and one of the Joy-Con on the old one has got the little sensor there. So I was always under the impression that this would have like a little tap feature there, so that would be your click and you'd just hold on to it to move it, and it would just be like this, like a mouse on the thing like that. But Blunders, you're saying there's a button.
Yeah, well, they haven't said if it's a button or not. The C button. Don't know if it's a button or not, but this is the actual pattern that Nintendo have put in. So you've got this, and then you've got this like split controller. I don't know if this is their new Pro controller or what. That splits in half, and then you can use that like on a table.
Because there's a whole bunch of games. It's such a cool idea, and it really does lend itself to things. Because there's a whole bunch of games that I would love to play with a mouse on a console. The 2-point games, like 2 Point. Is it 2 Point? Sorry, 2 Point Campus.
Yeah.
And 2 Point Hospital, all those like throwback games would be so good with a mouse, because it lends itself to a mouse, not having to just use your controller. So that would be fantastic.
I'd really like to see. I'd like to see more like arcade on-rail shooters,
Okay.
because I feel like we didn't really get a lot of those. Like we had some on the Wii, on the Switch, had like the House of the Dead like remake, but there's so many more. Like I think there's a bit the missed opportunity there to give us a whole bunch of arcade releases of on-rail shooters. That's one thing I'd really like to see. If they had that on the Switch too, like the online library, if they brought out like a whole bunch of shooters, I'd be down for that.
But would it also, as it's saying, would it also be for like first-person shooters? Do you know what I mean one's on? I don't know. One's like looking around, or the other analog looks while using the mouse. I don't know. It just seems a bit weird.
Yeah.
IR reader on the top. Yeah.
I do think it's a great idea, and this would be a fun addition because there's so many consoles. Like, how many times do we say it on Total Evercade podcast? Like, it would be great if there was a mouse to play some of these games. Imagine if Nintendo were the ones that went, you know what? Let's turn one of our controllers into a mouse when you turn it on its side. Like, Nintendo are they always just do their own little Nintendo thing. And it would be a really great way to sort of make people see that this isn't just a hardware update. Like, it's going to be worth it for the hardware update anyway. But if it has the ability to do all these other little nuances, which would just make certain games that much more enjoyable, yeah, phenomenal. So here's hoping that that's what that does.
And then the last bit of the...
Oh, have we lost Blanners there?
Oh, I think we have. I thought that was me.
No, I went very quiet then because it's
There we
normally
go, you're
me.
back.
Oh, I don't know. Literally, my internet thing's just gone from way ago. Should be back now. Can you hear me all right?
Oh,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
perfect now.
Yeah. So the last Nintendo thing is they've confirmed the direct time. So the direct that is happening for the Switch 2 will take place on April, or 2nd of April, and it will be at 2 p.m. UK time. So it's 2 p.m. Make sure you're on YouTube
While we're all
on
at
April
work.
the 2nd of April. Yeah, it's 6 a.m. and 9 a.m. in America. So yeah, we're getting it at 2.
Wow. Okay. Set your timer. I would love to watch it along live with everybody, but we'll just get copyright struck immediately. So that was.
Set your alarmo.
So yeah, we'll have to do.
We can do some afterthoughts, can't we? Of these.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think we should.
Yeah.
Actually, let me check the calendar. What date is the 2nd of April?
Yeah, what day is the 2nd of
What
April?
day? 2nd of April is a Wednesday. So 1st of
That's right.
April,
Yes.
we could have
I'll be able to
an
watch it.
we can have an April Fool's special of whatever show it is that Tuesday evening, and then Wednesday we could do a reflections, thoughts on the Nintendo Switch 2.
100%.
Yeah. Exciting.
Beautiful.
times.
So yeah, that is all the Nintendo news at the minute.